Smith and Kotzen. That's Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden and Richie Kotzen with a song called Scars. Man, what a killer song. Obviously a neat blend of players, putting Kotzen, who actually played for Poison for an album. But I had heard of him way back when he was with Mike Varney on the Shrapnel label with all the shredders. This is a long, Ted, this is a long CBT. This ended up being 9 pages and a lot of soloing. The tuning is interesting too. It's drop C sharp, which I didn't expect that. When you think of Adrian Smith, and I guess Kotzen, you don't picture that low drop tuning. The part I just played, which is like section 1C or something like that, has a total 𝐂𝐍𝐒 vibe to it. Love it. It's my favorite riff, but there's a lot of cool stuff in here. Alright, when we get to the soloing, I'm just going to kind of slowly go through those. You're going to want your tabs for that. But I'll play them kind of slow so you can get an idea. So section 1A, 0 seconds in, and we're starting with 5A, 7D, and G. If you set all those down, you're good to go. It's a hold. We're arpeggiating the chord. And go A, D, G, E, short rest. So it's... Actually, I'd probably run through that once, huh? Interesting too the way they pan the guitars. Adrian Smith has a cleaner tone and Kotzen's doing the distorted. They kind of blend throughout. Really, really cool what they did. So our first chord, this D, 5, 7, 7, A, D, G, and an open E, short rest. Then pick the G string where it sits. And then open D for our next chord, and you're going to go 5, G, 6, B. That's all you need for that, and go D, rest, G, B, G, E, B, G. So take that shape, move it up a whole step to 7 and 8, and it'll be D, G, B, E, short rest, and then the B string. Move back a whole step to the 5 and 6, open D, and you play this just like you did the last time. So here's the whole part again. Okay, then I believe Adrian Smith comes in with this first short solo here. So, like I said, I'm just going to kind of slowly go through these riffs. I'll give you your start here, 13B for our bend. You're going to go. And then 58 seconds in. By the way, that started at 52 seconds, the first solo. 58 seconds, we have 13B, a bend again, and we go. He loves those minor pentatonic scales. Pattern 1 actually uses all of them, but he's doing the extra note, the 6th note, through some of it as well. Okay, moving on from there, 13B, we're going to pull off the 10. Yeah. Do it one more time. I missed the last 2 notes. Okay, top of page 3. Volume swell. Oh, actually, coming up, you'll see a volume swell. That's over Kotzen's part. This is the last part of Smith's solo. Now that 12 is in parentheses because it's the downbeat of section 1B coming in a minute and 4. So they interlap, right? You got 2 players. Plus in the studio, you can have 1 guitar player and overlap stuff. So if you want to play, this is set up pretty well for a solo guitar. There's a few parts where I'm kind of blending. Section 1B, a minute 4. Open, 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 2, 3. This is the advantage to this drop C sharp tuning. Really fat chord. 5, 6, G, B. Slide it a whole step sharp. Vibrato. 2, 3, D, G, B. And then those pauses within here. 13 B, vibrato. And then 14 G, I do want to explain this, it's a gliss slide. That's another reason I'll use those parentheses. You don't want to hear the note. And I was working today with a student on Skype on these. People really struggle with these, they're tricky. Players like Satriani, 𝐕, Petrucci use these a lot. You don't really want to hear the start note, you want to hear the effect of the slide. 14, slide to 12, pull to 10. Here's what I mean. Here's what you don't want to do. Here's what you want. You're really only hearing 2 notes, but we're picking 3. Or we're playing 3, not picking 3. So we have... And that rings, by the way. And then the rest. Oops, try that again. 11A, slide to... Or, I'm sorry. 13A, slide to 11. You don't expect that note, and then... Alright. Minute 17, this big D chord again. Open 2, D and G. And then a minute 25, we got 14, 15, G and B. This is the volume swell, you'll see VS. And I don't know if you've done these before, Ted. You probably have. Eddie Van Halen was the first person I saw doing this, but I know people did it before him. 14, 15 GB with the volume off, and then take your pinky and just let that fade in. He's also got a lot of effects going with that. Sounds really cool though. So we have vibrato, strum it, slide it back a whole step. Vibrato, slide that over to 9-10. And then a 9-10 to 7-8. And then 5-6. So they're all the same shape. You have that. Where'd they go? Where'd they go? We had the whole step back, step and a half back, whole step back, and whole step back. All right. So section 1C, a minute 30, is this. This is my favorite part, the 𝐂𝐒𝐄𝐏 part. Open E and A, and I love this chord. It looks like the Hendrix chord, right? Which the Hendrix one there would be the D7 sharp 9, but this is a minor 7. 5A, 3D, 5G, 6B. I don't know if you ever played this chord. I love it. One of my favorites. Sounds great with that rock funk vibe, the groove stuff. So we're gonna go over the chord. You want to, no, he's not vibratoing that, so. 3 hammer 5 on the E and A. Half step bend on 3D, 5A vibrato rest. So, real subtle that bend. You can almost not play it, it would still sound good. But, it's cooler that way. 3rd fret E and A, and then rest, hit it again, followed by 3, 5, 6, D, G, and B. So you can actually set your chord up if you wanted, and then down up on the top 2 strings, and then 2nd fret E, A, you're going to go 3 times, and then 3rd time, hammer to the 3rd fret, go back to the 2nd, and then open EA. The open EA starts the groove again. So you have, let's play all of it up to there. So that part repeats, and make sure you do a half step bend on that, not a whole step. Top of page 4, minute 39, 3rd fret EA, rest, and then go 3, 5, 2. These are 2 strings, right? So you just bar them. And then back to the open EA. That's the repeat, and then they change it here. 3rd fret EA, 5 times, slide it up a whole step, and then strum it 3 times once you get there. Back to the 3rd fret rest, and then go down, down, up, down, 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 down. jump up to 5, 6, 7, I would use first, second, third finger, down, up, down, EA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down, up, down, up. So let's take it from that rest where it goes. Okay, section 1D, 1:55. This is cool too. Open, 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 2, 3. It's our big D chord. Down, 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 up. That's an important strum to remember because you're going to play it over these 4 chords. I love this chord. 3, 3, 3, 5, 5. E through B. And then a C major, 3A, 5th fret, D, G, and B. And then this version of a G chord in this tuning, I love it, it's fat. 5, 5, EA, open D, G, 3B. So let's play that. Oops. And then, I'm blending 2 guitar players here, but it works. 235 timestamp, we got this. 10E, 12G, half step bend release pull to 10. 1210 DG, or 1210 GB. And then half step bend the 10G. Let's try that. And then 12DA. Experiment with fingering on that. There's a few routes. You can bar it, you can use 2 fingers. Really like that one. Okay, top of page 5. You're going to go 10D, half bend, and then 12E, slide off. 2 minutes and 48 seconds in, 7 D and G, slide to 10. Kind of in the background a little bit with a lot of effects. 12, 13 GB, twice. Strum it, slide to 9, 10. 9, 10, strum it, slide to 7, 8. Slide to 7, 8, and then hit 5, 6 in parentheses because that's once again the downbeat. So there we go. And that's it for that. Okay, repeats at 253. Section 1C the same. Section 1D the same. Section 2B 344 is this: 3D, 5A twice. 3, hammer 5 on the A, and then pick the 5 twice. And that's going to be 10 times. Anyways, after the 10th one, then you'll go 5th fret, E and A. And then open, open, 3, 3, D, G, B. This is actually, we'll use 3rd and 4th finger. This is that G chord earlier, but he's splitting it. You're going to go. Once again. Okay, repeats. No repeats. Solo number 2, 4 minutes and 4 seconds in. There is a part in the next solo where I put Kotzen and Smith, just their initials, so you know who's who, but you would know anyways by the styles. Kotzen doesn't even use a pick, he plays with his fingers. So solo number 2, 404, I'll just kind of run through it slowly here. Starting on 5D, pick, hammer to 7. Actually, I think this might have been Kotzen. Yeah. It is. This is all Kotzen. I love this part. We do it slow. Very weird note, but he made it work. So 2E, you'll rest, and then we're going to go up here. Really cool pattern. 3, 5, 7. You're going to go. So. And then 5, 3, 7, 5 on the D. 4G vibrato. So that's. And then a quick 5. 4 minutes, 10 seconds in, we have this. Then, yeah. There it is. 4:14, we have this. Top of page 6. Sliding back, so 14 ADA, rest. Here's our next one. One more time on that one. Because that low E is an extra whole step dropped, you'll notice your shapes you wouldn't normally have to use are offset by 2 frets. So you'll have bigger stretches usually. It makes it a little tougher. Next run is at 4 minutes and 18 seconds, and you're going to do 10D slide to 12. And then we have, oh yeah, these are holds. You're gonna go. That's a hold. And then he finishes it with this. Oops. 19 high E, half step bend, and then 423 timestamp is this. This is crazy. Let's do that one more time. Okay, the next line down, starting on 15A. Yeah, he does that twice. You can kind of bar that 15 AD, I think he does. And he's doing like, using his thumb and index. If you want to experiment, that's a good one to use. And then 19, pull 15, hammer 19 on the D. Sounds like this. And then 19G. And then 19, pull 15 on the D. That's a cool little run to go over and over. But Ted, I would use the old bar, you know, kind of shift down on that rather than individually lift it because of the speed of it. But that one's only once. And then we finish with this. Yeah. There it is. So 1719 AD, 1715. So 1715, hammer 17 on the A. So it's okay, you'll see double dots here on the A. 15, hammer 17, hammer 20. I think we did that one. No, we're on the last line on page 6. We already did that. That's where I was having you go. That whole area. And you'll finish the 19, pull 15 on the D on the last line. And then repeat it. So that 17A, 15D, hammer 19. And then shift down to 19G. So in some ways, it's easier with the fingering that Kotzen's using for the faster riffs, but I would upstroke that G. Because that's the run. And then we have G19. Yeah. And then you'll see double dots here. 20E, pull 17. You'll go. I would go pinky middle. And then 15 hammer 18B. So you have some of these riffs are just craziness. And and that'll be twice. Yeah. And then 15 hammer 18B, and then 20E. Slide to 22. Okay, top of page 7. Repeats at 429. Solo 3. This is Smith starting it. No, Kotzen starting it, and then Smith. Starts with unison bends, 10, 13, EB, you'll go. And then. Yep. I believe that's a _𝐓 slide. Do the quick. You did that one earlier. And then we have, oops. Next one. Those pause lines too will help you for subgrouping, by the way. Yep. And then we're gonna go. Okay, next one. You may want to shift fingers on that too, but. Yep. 17 pull 15 13B. So 18B, 2-step bend. And 533 timestamp. This is Smith. Yep. And he'll usually have the bluesier sounding ones. I want to explain that. Bend the 13B, pre-bend release the 12G. It's kind of tough to do. Okay, the next one starts on 14G. Top of page 8. 1210D. 540 timestamp back to Kotzen. 20B. And then we have 15B, 17, 14G. Yeah, it's crazy. And then next line down. Oops, yeah, let's do that again. You may want to experiment with fingering on that as well. 545 timestamp back to Smith, 12G. Once again on that last part. Okay, then we have, it's cool too, string skipping. And then 554, they sum it or wrap it up kind of with this octave thing. I went with the main 17A, muted D, 19G. 3 strums, slide a whole step. 3 strums, slide a half step. 3 strums, slide a whole step. 3 strums, slide a whole step. 3 strums, slide a whole step. 3 strums, slide a step and a half. Or 8 will go to 7/9, my bad. So that one's going to be a half step. And then the whole step. So we have. Okay, that takes us to the last page. 559 back to Kotzen, 3 hammer 5A. And then he does this crazy trill. And it's like a 3/5, 5/8, 8/10, 10/12, 10/12D, and then he goes in. So picture the. That's your outline. And then this next run, 12G for your bend. We have. Then bending. Once again. And then 16E, you're already there. Go. Then 17E, half step and a half, bending it to that. 20B, song's fading out at this point. End it with 19G, pull 17. And then the last line, 17, 19, 15 on the D. 17A vibrato slide. So those last four notes. And we already talked about, you know, pick directions and stuff, and the fingering. You didn't want that in the tabs, so which is fine. Just experiment with it. If you have questions on any of that, Ted, definitely let me know. Shoot me a text. But you're taking on an incredible player in Kotzen. I mean, Smith's great too, but Kotzen's just another technical league. So appreciate you, Ted. Thanks.